MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome to the Big Small Business Show, the show for all our fantastic entrepreneurs out there. And if you've been watching the news over the last couple of months, you'll know that there is a massive opportunity right now for export. And we have an entrepreneur in studio who's asking the question whether or not he should be exporting and focusing on export. If you are one of those entrepreneurs asking the same question, then this show is for you. And his name is Muhammad Ghoor. And let's take a look.
My name is Muhammad Ghoor. I'm the founder and operational director at the Meat Cart. We are an online retail butcher delivering to your door nationally in South Africa. We are based in Johannesburg. We also have a large wholesale division where we do fine meat delivery, export quality to restaurants, canteens, home industries, and other butchers. We're one of the leading Wagyu suppliers in Johannesburg. We buy Wagyu from all across the country, all local. So a lot of the time the Wagyu is almost like a feeder into our business. Somebody might come for Wagyu and next thing you know, they're exiting with their entire basket of goods. It started first as a novel idea of an online butcher with no premises, essentially working off other wholesale butchers that are already established, using their sort of facilities to punch out my own brand. We did that for about 1 or 2 years before we realized that, there wasn't much growth opportunity in the online space then, because that was 2015. And then that's when we decided to move into wholesale. And we moved into our premises in 2018. This was 3 years after I started Meat Cart. We continued with the online retail business, and that we found picked up quite a bit in COVID time. That business has been growing slowly and steadily. And that's what the Meat Cart is currently. We're in our new premises now for the past year and a half. And we've just been growing from strength to strength. We started off with 1 staff member, now we're currently on 21 staff. What we placed ourselves, look, we are halal butcher, but we haven't really emphasized that we are halal butcher, because there are certain avenues that we do not cut out. But if you go to our website, you can see that we are halal, our certification is there. And what we've been fortunate about is that our abattoirs are also halal. So like over 90% of the abattoirs in South Africa are halal. So that has got a big impact in our exports out of South Africa. So South Africa exports a lot to the Middle East, Muslim predominantly areas, as well into Africa. The halal meat industry is estimated to be at about $3 trillion. South Africa is only at $3 billion. So there's good growth in South Africa to go into the international scenery as well and break into the halal export market as well. So the reason why we went into food safety is once you have a international food safety, you can then go into you can apply for export permits and start exporting. And the other reason locally to have food safety is that you can now target the bigger businesses, like your Bidvests, like your Checkers. They all require international food safety. So now it's more to decide, where should we focus? Should we focus on going into the Middle East, attending trade shows as the Meat Cart and trying to build a business that direction? Or do we focus on saying, let's build depots? Because I think we want to, if we're going to expand into South Africa, we want to be centralized. At the end of the day, your equipment, your processing equipment and your facility is one of your main expenses. That's your main reason for barriers to entry, is to have a central facility in Johannesburg, and then maybe to set up depots in Cape Town and Durban to target those local markets. And it'll be the same target market, restaurants, canteens. So it's like we've done it once in Joburg. Is it easier to just replicate in Cape Town and Durban?
Welcome to the Big Small Business Show.
Thanks, Allon. Thanks for having me on the show.
Right, so Meat Cart is the company name.
Yeah.
You founder and CEO, so you were right there from employee number 1.
Yeah.
You're now 21 people.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get from 1 to 21 people? How many years?
So we started in 2015.
Yeah.
The first 2-3 years we spent it just buying from other wholesalers, and I was doing the delivery, so it was just a one-man show.
Yeah.
And in 2018, we moved into our first premises, and when October 2 years ago, or it will be 2 years in October, we moved into another bigger premises. So it's been just under 10 years now, and I would say 8 years, with my full dedicated time to it.
Okay. So it's, let's call it 8 years to get to 21 people. And the question really is now about whether you focus now on exporting, as we said, or on just setting up depots around South Africa.
Yeah, so my whole thought process is, should we focus locally,
Yeah.
build that market? But I was thinking more to set up, like you're saying, like a depot business, Durban, Johannesburg, and Johannesburg being the central processing facility. Or to say, what, let's leave Joburg and Durban out and let's focus on pushing South African meat out into Africa, into the Middle East,
Okay.
So that's where we thought about, where do we spend our time focusing on.
Have you already started to export?
So we've started the process of getting export compliance. So the first process is to get an international food safety. So we're doing a FSSC 2200.
Yeah.
And once you have that, then you can apply for a ZA license to export. So we've said, let's get that ball rolling, because having a international food safety also allows you to approach bigger businesses like your Caltex garages, like your, wherever they require more stringent requirements.
Yeah.
And we can target them as well with that food safety. So it won't only just be for exports, but also locally.
Okay. So you said you halal in terms of the meat halal. You don't focus totally on that, but if you're exporting, you're going to export into the Middle East.
That will be
halal requirement.
Yeah.
So you can't be the only meat exporter into those markets.
No, definitely not. Look, our main competitors obviously would be the abattoirs, because the abattoirs are also exporting directly into those markets.
Yeah.
That's why do we want to spend a lot of our time going into exports where we might just be pushed out, and the clients go directly to the abattoir after first buy? Or do we say, let's strengthen ourselves in South Africa, let's go to the two other big cities and see how we can grow it?
Okay, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, more questions for Muhammad. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.